Hi guys, so today I'm just going to do a piercing video. I don't think I've done one of these before, and the reason why I kind of am doing it is because I just got my septum pierced, and everyone's pain rating is different, so if I tell you how painful it is, then it kind of doesn't gauge it against anything else. So if I talk about my other piercings and say how sore they were, then maybe it'll give you a better idea of the soreness of the septum. So I'm going to go from oldest to newest on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not so sore and 10 being the worst. So first of all, my lobe piercings, which is just these ones, and I've had them done twice. I got them done when I was about 7 or 8 the first time, and I think they were guns both times. But because at my school you have to take earrings out for PE, I took them out and I kind of never put them back in, so they healed up. And the next time I got it done was a couple of years after that, so maybe I was 10 or 11, I can't really remember. And they weren't sore at all, I would say they were a 1. The next one is my second piercing. I've only got that done on one ear, and that was about the same, only a 1, really not painful at all. And I think that lobe piercings are kind of a 10 at each side, something like that. The next piercing I got done was the top of my ear. I don't know if you can see it very well, it's a tiny piercing that's in it. I got that done when I was about 13 or 14, and I would say that hurt the most. That was about an 8. Even though it was done about 6 years ago, sometimes if I lean on it funny, it is kind of painful, or if I get it stuck in something, and I think that's just because it's through the cartilage. And that one was done with a needle, and then putting the stud back through and pulling the needle out, if that makes sense. And I think they're about £15 to £20. My next one I got done when I was 15 or 16, and that is this bit here. I can't remember what that bit's called, to be honest. That was about a 2. It wasn't painful at all. The only bit that felt a bit uncomfortable was they put a clamp on it, so they can pull it out to see it better. And they're really fiddly to change. And I think they're about £15 to £20 as well. I'm not too sure about that one. The next piercing I got done was my tongue, and that was not sore at all. I did get it numbed, so maybe that helped a wee bit. I would say it was about a 3, 4 maybe, possibly, but it really wasn't that sore. The only thing that I did wrong, which I shouldn't have done, was I ate a pizza the next day. So I got a lump on the top of my tongue. And when I said to one of my friends who had his done, he said he got a lump as well. I don't know if it was because of the same thing, but the lump did end up falling off, and now I have a split in my tongue. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it when I show you. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty gross, but you can't see it unless I say to someone I've got a split in my tongue. Because a lot of people have asked me if it was sore, and I was like, yeah, but don't eat pizza the next day. It's bad. The only thing I would say about the tongue is you get a very big bar because your tongue swells, or I did anyway. And for like the next couple of weeks I was because my mouth was kind of open and I wasn't used to it because it kind of touched the top and the bottom of my mouth at the same time. And changing the first bar was incredibly difficult because obviously it's in your mouth and you've got saliva, and trying to unscrew the first bar because I'd never done it before and get the other bar in, I was cursing and swearing and I nearly dropped it down the plug hole, and yeah, so, but I love this piercing, it's one of my favourites, and I think they're about £20. Next, onto the septum, which I got done today. I know it looks very squint. I'm not sure if it's because the piercing is squint or if it's the swelling, and also the ring, she had to stretch it open a wee bit so I'm able to flip it up and down my nose. I'm not really wanting to play with it just now. I got it done about 2 hours ago, maybe 2.5, and the pain is kind of gone now, but if I touch it, it's still tender, so I'm just going to leave it alone and not play with it. So yeah. You can see, I don't know if it's the ring that's bent a bit further on this side than that side, but it does look very squint. I don't know, I'm not really wanting to play with it right now. So yeah, and I would say this is about a 7. A lot of people say it's their least sore, and a lot of people say it's their most sore. I think it depends how you get it done. She put like a clamp, like they do on your tongue and that piercing, and then she stuck the needle through and then followed the needle back through with the horseshoe. Now, when I got it done, it wasn't that sore, and then I felt a little pop, so I'm not sure if she's gone through the cartilage. If she has, it might always be wonky unless I take it out, let it heal, and get it done again. But I don't know if I want to do that because it was really sore, and if they do it again and it's squint, then it's going to be just as sore as this was. Another thing is your eyes water like crazy. She gave me a tissue like to catch it before my mascara started running, so that's why it looks a little bit shady at the moment. And I think because my eyes were watering, it was kind of tricking my body into thinking it was sore than it was. It was very tender when I came out, because also she said to me, by the way, one of your balls is like higher than the other, so just push it round. And I was trying to do that, and I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm just going to leave it to look wonky until it heals a bit better. She told me to go back in 2 weeks so that I can get a different tooth in, because obviously this one is bent, so it's not looking as good as it should. And she wanted me to go back so that she knows it's a sterilised tooth that's going through, because the healing process is 6 to 8 weeks, but you can get a different one put in at 2 weeks. But I would go back to your piercer for that, like she's told me to do. I can't remember the healing time of any of my other piercings. I think they're all around the same, 6 to 8 weeks, but I'm unsure about that. So yeah, I hope this was a little bit helpful to some of you, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys!